We all know, guys, that 2017 was one of the craziest bull market. It was one of the longest lasting bull markets as well. And in today's video, we are going to discuss the possibility whether the bull market that we are seeing right now is going to look very familiar as the bull market in 2017, the new golden age for crypto this year, 2025, where a lot of liquidity potentially could flow to altcoins. And the reason, guys, why I want to compare the 2017 bull market with what we are seeing right now is because a lot of charts that are setting up right now to break out, those are all crypto projects that we have not really seen that much in 2021, but they can become a big player in 2025 because they have been big players in 2017. Just like XRP was a very big play in 2017. So we're also going to have a look at how the crypto market looked at that specific moment, which tokens were hot and which tokens of those hotness from 2017 are looking hot right now too. So guys, let's jump straight into it. So what we are going to start with is we are going to use the way back machine to check how the internet looked in 2017. So right now we are on, where are we right now? What is this? We are in the August 28th of 2017. Okay, interesting. And one thing I want to bring up already, guys, look at this advertisement. This is BitConnect BCC. I heard so many stories. There was one of the this is maybe the biggest scam ever pulled off in the crypto space, and the founders of this scam have never been caught. It's actually insane. This company was registered in England, I guess, and they have been getting so much money. It was like a company where you could like deposit your money and you could earn a yield, you could earn a certain percentage, but it was like a Ponzi scheme, and it was really big. So it's funny to see this see this ad right here. But what we can see right now is and you're gonna be shocked by this, but how did CoinMarketCap looked in 2017 in August? So it looked completely different. So we have Bitcoin at a price of 4,400 roughly. Ethereum for 350. I only want to say 3,500, but these were different times, guys. These were really different times. Bitcoin Cash was $600, guys. And there was a moment, this was really crazy. That's how you can also imagine like how crazy these bull markets can get. Because there was a moment that people were believing that Bitcoin Cash is going to flip Bitcoin because Bitcoin Cash had like a bigger block size, lower fees or faster transactions. Not really sure exactly what the narrative was, but there were even websites popping up that were checking the dominance of Bitcoin Cash against Bitcoin. And I think there was maybe, don't quote me on it, but there was maybe a moment that Bitcoin Cash quickly flipped Bitcoin and then it was back again. But I actually traded this back in 2017, and I remembered that I bought it for $180 and it shot up to 2,000 in one single day. So a 10x, very, very crazy, and it just dropped back down and all the gains were completely away. So we can see Ripple going for 20 cents. But yeah, I just want to have a look generally at this list, and then we are going to have a look how it looked at the end of the bull market in 2017, and a little bit, just get a little bit a reflection of what happened 7 years ago. So Litecoin was a big player. Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin, but it was definitely a big player. It was at number 5, going for a price of $60. Dash token was very popular. Not anymore right now. I guess nobody who in after 2018 entered crypto actually knows about Dash, but this one was big. I guess this is also a fork of Bitcoin. You could stake this one and stuff. IOTA was very popular, guys. Right now going pretty cheap because it had the 7th place on CoinMarketCap. This is also a ISO 222 compatible token, which is interesting. Monero was a very popular token. That was a privacy token. Ethereum Classic, of course. No one really talks about that. Qtum was one. Let's go. Yeah, BitConnect was very high, so the house of cards hasn't been plummeted as of yet right here. But of course, when the bear market started, it was all coming down. EOS was a big player. I remember buying this for 45 cents at a pre-sale, and then thing just shot up in also on the same day, like a 3x or something. 10x was also very popular. Look at Tether. Tether was on the 23rd. Augur was a big one. Golem was a big one. A lot of these coins you don't hear anymore. Here, look, Stellar Lumens, XLM was on place 34. Right now, it's way up. Basic Attention Token, the token that I've been talking about from the Brave browser. That's the same founder of Mozilla Firefox. Very interesting. Dogecoin was number 38. So you can already see, guys, how much the space has been changed. And a lot of these coins are just gone. They are just completely out of sight. No one buys it. There's no liquidity. They just dried up dead. And I think most of these tokens, this is how altcoins work. They will just go. They'll definitely go. But it's just interesting to look at some of the technical structures of these altcoins, because we are seeing some bullishness in these altcoins, and I think that in this bull market, and we are already seeing that, for example, with XRP and XLM, some altcoins that have been doing pretty good in 2017, and HBAR, Habar, was also one of these altcoins, because I know that I've been very early with Habar, and yeah, they all making a comeback right now. So why are the other tokens like Litecoin not making a comeback too? I think they are going to make a very big comeback in this bull market, and we can already see that in the charts, which I will show you in a sec. But first of all, I want to go to the December time frame of 2017. So this was around the end of the bull market. You can see the crazy valuations compared to what we just have seen. So we just saw that Bitcoin was in August, it was at 4,000, right? In December, it's already at 17,000. Crazy, right? Ethereum took the second place. What is it? Yeah, we already had second place at 350. It was now 600. That was also because after Bitcoin topped, Ethereum made another rally. Bitcoin Cash, look at this, at 1,500. Yeah, tripling, almost tripling. Litecoin making crazy gains right here. IOTA doing pretty good. Where was IOTA right here? IOTA was 7, so it took the 5th place right here. Also pretty decent gain, like 5x in a couple of months. Ripple, not really that crazy. Dash was doing pretty good. Cardano was coming into the picture. EOS was doing also pretty good. XLM also made significant steps, so it was a very good performer. Were some other tokens that are very interesting during this time. Dogecoin, yeah, look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin was so cheap back then. That was actually pretty crazy. Basic Attention Token again. What else do we have? And guys, this is just important to have this reflection, because you just have to imagine that the feeling of the bull market and the convictions and the ideas that people had in this time. Here, Chainlink was even right here, 24 cents. It was completely different than we are seeing right now. And the whole trick with investing is, of course, that we are going to a little bit anticipate on what's going to come, right? And what's going to come, I've already shared that in other videos. Probably the United States will get a lot of attention and a lot of liquidity, most liquidity coming from that country probably. They will become a focus in the next altcoin season, if you ask me. So what I think is interesting is if we are going to look at the list of altcoins that are made in the United States, but that also have kind of a correlation, not all of them, but some of them that have kind of a correlation with 2017. So they already have like a fundamental base of a lot of OGs in the crypto space already know them. So let's just have a look at this list right now. So we can see Dogecoin already pretty high at number 8. Cardano is still doing good. Chainlink made some really crazy steps. Stellar Lumens at 14th, the 14th place, and it was, yeah, wow, that's crazy. It was in 2017 at the end of the bull market, also on number 14. Okay, then we go to Habar. Habar was definitely lower in 2017 bull market, but it was already introduced. This one came up pretty quickly. Then we have Litecoin, and I think Litecoin will be very interesting. Bitcoin Cash, although I'm not a fan of this protocol, from a trading perspective, I think this can actually become very interesting. I will explain that later to you. These were not there. Ava came in 2021. That's a decentralized finance. So a lot of tokens that we are seeing right here, EOS was one of them. We have been seeing them. What else do we have? Zcash is one of them. Dash, you see Dash is number 158. It's also now going for $33. Well, if you would ask someone in 2017, if you want to buy Dash for this price in 2025, would you do it? They would 100% say yes, because that's what I'm trying to say. The mentality was completely different. But this is the whole part of investing, because we are getting pulled into these emotional states, into these wow euphoria, wow crazy, and to complete desperation and selling everything and losing so much money. And so we have to move within these waves. That's very important. But if you can anticipate these waves left and right, you can position yourself correctly, and this is where you make the real money. That's the same what we did with XRP. XRP was slowly building up. Okay, position ourselves, wait, bam, taking off. Beautiful trade was that. Basic attention token, another one. I like this token, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Because if you look at the valuation of basic attention token, or the market cap, it's like 300 million, right? And if you look at the valuation of Mozilla Firefox, another browser, then that valuation, some people even put it on 1 billion, some people put it on 600 million. But the valuation of Mozilla Firefox is definitely higher than basic attention token. Basic attention token is from the Brave browser. It's the same maker as Mozilla Firefox. And I believe that Brave browser is actually a better browser than Mozilla Firefox. Digibyte was one of them, right now on place 300. Like, I'm not sure whether these are really going to get a comeback. Like, these are actually very... That's the lower we go in this list, of course, the higher the risk is going to be. But yeah, some of them, and that's especially combined with the technical picture, I think are very interesting. So I want to start with you guys. We are going to have a look at Litecoin. So we are going to go to Litecoin. Litecoin already making big steps right now. So, and I'm going to zoom out right here, and I shared this already a couple of days ago. Litecoin is in this. I have to even show it on a weekly time frame, because it's just such a big consolidation. I personally think, guys, this chart is going to completely explode. This is going to completely explode because Ripple is front running Litecoin, and I've shared this with you because if you do Ripple against US dollars, the pattern of Ripple and Litecoin is exactly the same. The only thing is that Ripple already took off and Litecoin not yet. But Litecoin also is consolidating since 2017. So think about this. 2017, we had massive rally going from $4 to $400. That's 100x, right? Crazy. Then we were completely overvalued, and we have been consolidating for 7 years. 2021, not even making new all-time highs. It's been compressed. It's been very compressed in this triangle formation. And although this still can come down and have significant losses, if this breaks out, the target of this technical formation is pretty high. It's like a 10x from where we are right now. And even if we would do a 3x, it's still pretty decent. It's really decent, because the downside is 50% loss. Maybe you want to take a 70 or 65% loss, right? But you have an upside of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10x. Then what's always very important is how does other chart look? So we go Litecoin USD against Bitcoin USD. Let's do Litecoin against Bitcoin. Wait, does it work like that? Wait, Litecoin USD divided by Bitcoin USD. Yeah, this is the chart that I'm looking at. And when we look at this chart, guys, I feel this chart is looking pretty bullish. Look at this momentum indicator. Like, this momentum indicator, well, it's coming up. It's coming up. Higher lows. We have like a U-shaped bottom. I mean, this looks, for me personally, this looks pretty beautiful against Bitcoin. So that's another confirmation. I believe that Litecoin, although I'm not sure when it's going to break out, that's an important note I want to say. I don't know when this triangle formation will break out, but from a technical standpoint, it has a higher likelihood to break out to the upside. Once it breaks out, the target is very, very high, and the chart against Bitcoin looks good as well. And let's check the chart against XRP, just for fun, okay? Yeah. It is at very low. It is at very low levels. I don't really know what to make of this, but it doesn't look directly insanely bullish. Doesn't look that bearish too, because it is breaking down. It is at lower levels, but it can also be the bottom. But there's no clear answer in this. Let's have a look at Litecoin against Ethereum. This one already looking a little bit more bullish, right? We are running into some resistance right now, but we have a massive divergence, and this could be this thing, which maybe actually already have been breaking out. I mean, this is actually, wow, this is looking very bullish, guys, because this is again a falling wedge formation that is breaking out to the upside. The target of this falling wedge is a 10x against Ethereum. Litecoin is looking good. Litecoin is looking good, if you ask me. With potential downside, I believe this is looking good. Now we go to the next token. Let's just pick another one. I want to pick a nice one. Let's do Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. So we go to BCH USD. Let's go that one first. Yeah, a little bit in limbo. Like right now, forming this falling wedge formation in the shorter term time frame that every altcoin is doing. What else can we make of this? We have somewhat of a uptrending support. This looks pretty decent. We have somewhat of a horizontal resistance. Looks also pretty decent. Looks like this can break out to the upside. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash against Bitcoin Cash USD against Bitcoin USD. I mean, it is at lows. We could form higher lows on the momentum indicators. Definitely not looking too bearish because we are at lows. This could be a sideways range as well, where we are almost at support and going from support and resistance. Generally, this is a good buying opportunity, but it's no guarantee either. I would say Litecoin definitely looks better if you ask me. And after this video, I'm also going to buy a little bit more Litecoin. I have already bought Litecoin, but I think this is again for me a good opportunity, similar as to XRP. Now let's go back to the US tokens that are interesting. Okay, I got a question from one of the viewers. He asked me to look at Filecoin, and I'm going to do that because I said I'm going to look at Filecoin. I actually like this. I really love this chart because first of all, it is a American-based, USA-based token. But look at this chart. Like, this is an altcoin. I'm not even really sure what this is doing, but it's definitely in somewhat of a accumulation phase right here. I mean, right now had a nice impulse coming down with a falling wedge. I believe this one can really take off. But yeah, if we go down, the downside is pretty. I mean, yeah. You can get 50% downside still with an investment in this token and still be in this range. So that is something to take note of. But what we see already in the momentum indicator is that we are already setting higher lows in the momentum indicator. So yeah, of course, this can come down and you can get a better opportunity. But I think eventually this one will break out to the upside, especially when we have a look at the 4-hour formation. I mean, this looks for me pretty decent. Like, we have this falling wedge formation, the support is holding. Some tokens have actually broken this support. I hope they break back in because that would be insanely bullish. But for File token, it has been still holding the support. So I would expect this one to break out to the upside. I would be surprised if it will not break out to the upside. Let's have a look at some other tokens, guys, from that area as well. I had a look at EOS, but EOS, I honestly, I don't really know what to make of it. I don't like it that much. You can see we have this falling wedge formation as well. Similar as other altcoins. A lot of altcoins are looking like this. So we have this falling wedge formation, and if we go to, let's say, a weekly time frame, then maybe the weekly looks a little bit better because we have some declining resistance that we broke right here. Bullish divergences, end of a trend. This can definitely take off, but I don't know, there are other charts that I personally like a little bit more. What are some? Zcash. Let's have a look at Zcash, guys. This is pretty spontaneous because I haven't prepared this. This is also, yeah, it already broke out kinda. It already broke out. Looks pretty decent, like similar structure as a lot of other altcoins. Yeah, right now former resistance is flipping into support. I'm very curious how Zcash looks against Bitcoin, to be honest. And that one doesn't work. Zcash, that is, wait, SEC USD / BTC USD. Yeah, also really don't really know what to make of this, because is that a breakout? Somewhat of a breakout. Somewhat. Do we break back in? So we have to. I think we have to wait a little bit. If this rounds, and we are going back up, this is going to be interesting. No one talks about this token. That's also the thing. But actually, almost no one is talking about Litecoin either. And I think Litecoin really can take off. Dash, we have been talking about. Let's have a look at Dash. Dash USD. Oh yeah, I have been looking at this chart. This one broke out to the upside as well. Kind of in an accumulation, could be an accumulation range right here. Already breaking out the resistance from 2021. Very interesting. 2021. Yeah, very interesting. How does Dash looks against Bitcoin? Dash USD, Bitcoin USD. Yeah, no takeoff yet. So again, this is again a token I would say carries a little bit higher risk. Basic attention token. Let's have a look at that one. BAT USD. Even kijken. BAT USD is here. I like this. When I see this, I like this because we have like a sideways range. We are from the all-time highs. Let's see, from the all-time highs right here. We are down 88%, right? I think that this, because it has been holding like with all the negative stuff, I think this eventually can take off to the upside once liquidity is flowing to altcoins. Once we are seeing that altcoin season, how is BAT USD looking against Bitcoin USD? Because that's always very important. We are at the lows of the lows of the lows. So, yeah, bit tricky. Maybe you want to wait a little bit. Maybe this goes a little bit lower. It doesn't look like a bottom formation yet. But yeah, we are at the lows. Looks like we definitely could bottom in the next coming months. So that's something you want to be watching. What are some other famous tokens from these times? So that's the other part. You can see a lot of tokens right now. We're not at all popular in 2017, but I think, guys, and this is really, we can have a look at Doge still, Doge token, because Doge is also again another example that is doing really good already this bull market. So we have XRP, Doge, XLM, HBAR, doing already pretty good, and these were all tokens that have their moment of shine in 2017 as well. So I think that they call it the great comeback of 2017, maybe with the golden age of the United States, where maybe, I'm not sure, because the altcoin market has been bleeding so much, guys. We can see that in the Bitcoin dominance. I mean, we haven't seen an altcoin season. This was the last real altcoin season. That was in 2022. And that was not even the real altcoin season. Because the very real altcoin season was this one that started in 2020, December, going into 2021, May. So then again, you have this time frame again. January, February, okay. But April, May... January, February, March, April, May. These are the months that you often see the bigger drops, the real altcoin season. And look at this, we have not this, like a lot of people. That's the crazy part. A lot of people in the crypto space, we are in a bull market because Bitcoin has been going up, but a lot of people have been losing money because they had most of their money in altcoins. When that group capitulates, when that group feels so much pain and eventually capitulate, that is the moment that altcoins will bottom and that this will come down and that money flows back to altcoins. And we can already see the relative strength index breaking this uptrending support. So definitely very interesting. So guys, these are the altcoins basically that I'm a little bit watching next to the ISO 222 tokens. So next, oh, and I want to show you actually another one, IOTA, like that one was very popular as well. Like this has again a very similar structure as, let's overlay XLM. Let's overlay XLM. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, it looks very similar. It looks very similar. This is an ISO 222 token. So, and this is one of the tokens that has not been breaking out yet. So if we look at, we got XLM. Let's have a look at H bar USD. You see, this moves simultaneously. H bar already broke out. IOTA hasn't broken out yet. But I believe that this one will make a comeback from the 2017 bull market as well. I really believe so. Bullish divergences, end of a trend, bam. This one is going to break out sooner or later. Maybe we get a correction first, right? Maybe there's still a lot of downside where we can still stay in this pattern, but it's looking, I think it's looking good. So guys, these are the tokens that I'm watching personally. Litecoin, like I said, I really think Litecoin is one of the next stories in crypto. That one, once this resistance is broken, I think we can see green candles, and we already broke the resistance in both momentum indicators. So often that's a precursor of what is going to happen in our metaverse, in our reality, in our matrix. So just a matter of time, guys. Guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, smash up the like button. If you want to trade Litecoin or different cryptocurrencies, I'm recommending some exchanges down below. If you're looking for one without KYC, no VPN for the US watchers, check out B2Nix. You can find all the links in the description down below. Guys, wish you all a beautiful day. I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.